I'm going to talk about some things that we can do to make this easier for us to execute. All right. So we're not going to talk about politics. You guys know I love to talk about politics. You know, I love my tinfoil hat and all this crazy shit that goes with it. But today, this is going to be about you guys winning. So if you guys read my book, 75 Hard, you know that I talk about a concept in that book where we have two voices, and we have the bitch voice and then we have the boss voice. All right. And those two voices are the voices that basically dictate our actions and our lives up until we start to become aware of the voices, and then we start to actually react in a different way when these voices speak. So real quick, your bitch voice would be the voice that talks you out of doing the shit that is going to bring you closer to where you want to be. And your boss voice is the voice that is always telling you what you should do. And usually, you know, your bitch voice is trying to talk you out of it. So there's really like a three-party dynamic happening here, right? There's you, then you have your bitch voice, and then you have your boss voice. You guys might have seen a cartoon, you know, growing up. They had the cartoon where, you know, the little the angel's on one shoulder and the devil's on the other shoulder, and then you're in the middle. And that's kind of what the dynamic is here, only it's in your brain. So the first thing is you have to be aware that this exists. Now, for a lot of you guys, just being aware of your bitch voice and your boss voice is going to make a huge impact on how you react and how you execute. Because once you realize that you're talking yourself out of the things that are actually going to bring benefit into your life, you can stop that real quick. For others, you know, this is a little bit more active, and that's what I want to talk about today. What I really want to talk about is how you can beat the bitch voice. And I'm going to give you, you know, 3 to 6 examples of what your bitch voice sounds like and what the actual reality is of the scenario, because these things are going to happen. There's no way to completely silence your bitch voice. All right. There's no way to only have a boss voice. We all have both. And anybody who says that they don't is full of shit. Okay. So that's the reality. So what does your bitch voice sound like, right? Well, the first thing that I came up with here that we all have, and I think we'll all relate to when we think about our bitch voice, is the little whiny thing. You have plenty of time to get that done. Just wait until later. Or, you know, you don't have enough time, right? It's one of the two things. And it has to do with our scarcity of time. Your bitch voice knows that actions are going to produce results. And it can't really stop you from taking action, but it can talk you into delaying action. And then eventually you run out of time and you're dead and you didn't do anything. All right. This happens to a lot of people. So when you have this bitch voice come up that says to you, you know, oh, dude, what's the hurry here? Why are you rushing so hard? You know, why are you taking this so serious? You know, relax. You got plenty of time. When you start to hear all of these things, the key to overcoming this specific excuse is to clearly stop it immediately and to take action on whatever it is that you're trying to do. Now, I've talked about this for years. It's called a production pivot. All right. You actually learn to train yourself to use your bitch voice as the trigger for you to actually get up and move. All right. So when you have the bitch voice that says, oh, you know what? We'll just wait until tomorrow. We got plenty of time. You don't need to work out today. All right. That's what it says. That's when you should get up immediately off the couch and then just go walk for 30 minutes. Or you don't have to go out and fucking conquer the world, guys. We're talking about very slight changes that make a big difference over time. So if you could train your brain to use this as a switch to actually trigger you into action, now you're in a position of power. Now you're in a position of control. And now, even though, you know, you're not conquering the world, right? Maybe you don't have the best workout you ever had. Maybe you just go do something that you wouldn't normally have done. What you normally would have done over the course of time, that adds up to a big thing at the end of the year. you.